I'm magic.
Mm.
uh, a little been sleeping and resting all day, so a little
Why not?
groggy. But yeah, I've been going pretty nonstop for what feels like, forever. So
Mm.
taking a day to rest.
Yeah, so what are we doing today? I've forgotten.
So originally I had booked the call when you presented the exchanges and the
Yes.
trades for
Mm.
the the feminine abundance. So that would
Mm.
be me creating a soul portrait poem
Oh, yes,
for
that's
you.
right.
So that'll take about like basically the process for that for a soul portrait poem is that I will hold and open and create space for you to share about everything that brings you passion and love and anything in your past, present, or future that you feel is relevant. And I'll take all of that and then create the soul portrait poem.
Cool. I love that. So that is the portrait. Portrait is what that means you draw?
No, it's a soul portrait poem. So basically you
Ah,
so your soul, like the imagine if your soul were a poem.
I've never done that before, but I'm very curious and interested. I love it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if we want to start with doing that, and then
Yeah,
and then I don't know if there's anything else we want to talk
of
about,
course.
but
Yeah.
seems like a fun way. So yeah, let's just begin by welcoming in our guides and ancestors. Breathing in through our nose, out through the mouth. As you've done, put your hand on your heart and give gratitude for this beautiful moment and this beautiful connection, and for the opportunity for our souls to dance and move and enjoy together in this Zoom playground for this evening. Still feel like the full moon energies are finally like easing up a little bit, and we're
Mm.
really in the stride of summer and being alive, fully alive, fully activated.
Mm.
And yeah, I invite, if you want to add anything to the opening circle, you can do so now.
Mm. I would love to invite my seraphim dragons that I just met this morning.
Mm.
So these dragons, two dragons, one is Seth, Seph, Seth, and the other one is Safina. So that those are union dragon.
Mm.
So beautiful. So it's diamond and plasma color. So it's
Mm.
so beautiful with the wings, so seraphim wings.
So
Mm.
beautiful. Go ahead, Annie.
Mm. That is all for now. I feel like that they're already there. They're already here. Mm.
They are here, and
Mm.
thank you for that visual, and thank you for communing with
Mm.
them on this sacred Sundays, moon days, in this great shift in consciousness.
Mm.
And thank you. So, yeah, I would love to start wherever you want to start. Anything you want to share about your life, and we'll just see how far it goes, and I'll take notes and let it
Maybe
flow.
if you have questions, then I can ask. You have questions to ask, that would be easier for me to navigate as well. So, mm,
Yeah, so tell me about, what are your favorite memories from childhood?
mm. Holidays every single year. My parents they brought us holiday always at the end of the year. So normally we go for a month. So it's like world trip and with a tour because like whole family, like my uncles, my aunties, and everybody go. So all the buses is like all my relatives. So it's just like the family tour, and it's really fun. So yeah,
Mm.
so I don't remember that I was little, right? I wanted to sit in the front of the bus. Eat breakfast, and then first one queue there because I want to sit at the front. I don't want to sit at the back. So that was we like fighting. So all the cousins we will fight in a way that who's the front, who's sitting on the front, and all the and then my parent was there. The kids, the back, please, because some people like dizzy and all of that. So yeah, so all the uncles, like older one, they all sit in the front. So yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Fun. What were some of the places that you went that you remember?
The places I remember. Oh, um, I know that is Japan, in Korea, and also China. Especially China is so funny because when we went to China, it was so cold. Like I came from Malaysia, right? Like you only had like 35. Every day is 35. There's no like no seasons. And because our body doesn't build have the seasons, right? And I know that I saw one of my uncle, he got beard and he's like really cold, like the snow, the water come down and then hardened on the top of the beard. Our teasing, I was like, why it's like Santa? We're little, right? It look like a Santa. We're all teasing because it's like so watery because it's just so cold. It's at -0, like under -0. So yeah, but because we love to go cold country because we come from the hot country, warm country. So yeah, but I remember one thing that is so painful. I was eating ice cream, ice block in the cold day, like negative, I think -5 on that day in China. I was on my lips, and I got so scared. I pull out and my lips, the skin come out, all
Oh.
bleeding because I got so scared. I just wanted to pull out, right? I didn't even think. I was too young. Not too young, it's like I think it's high school, but I just like I want to pull out. And then my whole lip just come out. The
Oh
skin.
my goodness.
Yeah. Then I knew that, oh, you're so stupid, you shouldn't do that because something stuck, like your mouth is the whole thing stuck. So yeah, that was one of the memory, like deep memory. So yeah. Mm.
Mm. Nice. So you grew up in Malaysia? Is
Yeah,
that
so I came here when I was 16.
oh your service is
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
so
my
you're
service
where in Malaysia?
Borneo. Mm.
And so when you were growing up in Malaysia, what would you say were some of the favorite things that you did? Did you like drawing or going out in nature or
Well, I didn't do all of that, unfortunately. I was doing a lot of studying,
mm.
tuition hours. So yeah, I only go to play at night in a way that finish tuition about 5 o'clock. So my mom they all finish working, so we all have because we have a like a membership club. So we went for swimming in there, and then we have dinner there, and that is like sports. Swimming become my favorite thing. So yeah. Mm.
Of course mermaid energy.
So yeah, so that is I remember because I know that I'm so active. I was not sport person, but I actually very good in sports. But I try not to be good in sport because I know that I will not be sent to sport because my mom said that. My parents will say that study more important than the sports. Because
Mm.
I remember that my teacher actually speak to the my parents. Yeah, because I was very good in sports, including when I came here. I only did my first swimming carnival, like I jumped into the water the last day of the school. And then my teacher said, where were you? Because I got number two, like nearly number one, because I'm a good swimmer. So yeah, I didn't do it. I've done it for a long time. So yeah, but I still had that energy though. So yeah. So I said, well, this is the last day. I just thought that I'd just have a fun. So yeah,
Fun.
yeah, fun.
So what was your favorite thing to learn about or study?
Um, favorite? I love English because it's easier for me. Mm, yeah, because I read a lot. I read books a lot. Go to library a lot. Yeah, every Friday I can go to library like from 12 to 5. I can read, just be there and with my friends as well. So yeah. And I buy lots of books as well. When there's a books like bookstore, when that will be like a whole like a market, but it's just all books. So I will buy books, but not my sibling. Only me, full of books. Bookworm. Mm. I eat all type of Chinese
Bookworm.
book. Yeah, so Chinese book, Chinese novel book, but I love the ghost stories, the adventure stories, like the scary one. So yeah. And also English book, I love the scary one too, like adventurous, not the detective one, but it's just scary one. I think it's called Goosebump. I remember.
Yes.
The whole
Yeah.
series of that. And I think it's called R.L. Stein, Stine. Yeah, I have so many of that book. So yeah.
Yeah, goosebumps were definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
So tell me what was moving to a new country like when you were 16?
Well, my mom just said that pack your bag. You are going to Australia and study. There's no discussion. I said, oh, okay. So again, there's no upset or nothing because it's always parents' decision, right? I'm used to it. So even though you say no, what can you do? It's already done in a way that it's already like pay for it, application done for it, permanent resident done as well. So you just have to go. So I went and culture shock because I don't understand the English here. It's like my English in back home is British and American, but I did not speak at all. I write really well. I do everything well, but I did not speak because I speak Chinese. I speak different dialect. But in English is actually my third language. The first one is Malay. The second one is Chinese. But I can switch around, but I'm just not very good in Malay. I hate it. So only one book
Mm.
English, one book Chinese, and the rest is all Malay. So yeah. So English is the third language. And I do really well because I think that English is so easy, but not speaking because I have no one to speak. But I watch English movies and all of that, never practice at all. And I come here suffering. I did. So I did a test. I did those English as second language tests and before you go to school. So I passed it all. And I just going straight away. So I went to private school and study. And I know that in beginning of roll call, the teacher will mark your name and do the roll call, right? And then do like talking about some of the news the week. I tried to understand, didn't get it, didn't get the English word. And I had to go on the outside the whiteboard because that was put it there. I had to read every single time. And that's how do I learn later on. I have four little cousins and they're all younger than me. I learned from the youngest one. I think that one's only 4 or 5 years old. I sat with him and I think that this is how I learn as well. Is different. I feel very like even though now I'm thinking about background, I was like, oh, I'm very smart in a way that when they speak, especially in Australian way, like how do you say water?
Water.
Yeah. See, that is how I was supposed to speak. But in Australia, it's water. Like
Yeah.
I don't even hear the word what water. Like what is it in the beginning? And then I asked the little one, how do you pronounce water? And she's like, water. So I look at the mouth. I learn from that side. That's how I learn. And then every
Hmm.
day, I walk on the street, right? Go to school, and I will repeat the same word. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I I sometimes don't even understand Australian people. Like, yeah,
Yeah. So that is
yeah.
that's the culture. Another culture shock is I was walking along the street, right? Like just neighborhood. Good day. Like we say good day, right? Good day. Are you talking to me? I don't used to. I was like, why does stranger talk to me? Normally, like, no stranger talk to you, right? Because I was looking in the back. I was like, maybe someone behind me. So, are you talking to me? It's a one grandpa and grandma. It's like, yeah, we're talking to you. How are you? Feel a bit awkward. Good, good, good. And then I go. So that culture shock. Seriously, culture shock. I was like, no one told me that, this is how Australian would be like. Everybody's friendly. No. Parents said, if someone talk to you, don't talk to them. So
Mm.
yeah, even though I was already 16. So that's a culture shock. Yeah. And another thing
Yeah.
is like in the class, the teacher said, Lillian, answer this question. I will stand up and my chair at the back, like push it the back. And I was like, and everybody look at me. I was like, do you know that you can sit down and answer the question? No. I was taught all the way to stand up because it's a respect. So I stand up when the chair push me out. And it's so loud. Everybody just look at me.
Where did she come from? Like, wow.
But I'm sure that the school will know that because it's got a lot of exchange students from Asia, international students. So when my time, the international students is only like less than 10. But after that is a lot. But I know that I was like, oh, why do you guys sit down and talk to your teacher when you sit down? That is rude. I said, this is how it is. Oh, okay, that's how it is. Okay, that's how it is. That's culture shock. So yeah. Mm.
Okay, so culture shock. And so you were
Mm.
16. So you went and you had a few years of like high school still, and then did you go to
Yeah.
college or did you
Yep.
continue studying or tell me about that transition?
Yeah. So that transition after year 12, we call it year 12 here, and then I did a good mark to go into university. But my parents will always expect the highest, right? And I got about 78%. And 78 those scale of mark can go into uni. So obviously my mom said, can you become a doctor? You become a doctor? So doctor percentage is 99.9 to go to uni. So that is the result for national levels. Or 99, I think it's 99.7, I remember. So it's very high. And I know that I select IT, information technology. And because it's so popular, they scaled them up. So I couldn't get in. So I had to go to second round. So I go and see. Okay, so my mom want me to do doctors. And then I like to do IT. Combine them together, what do that? And then I was looking at the book, not those book, like university book to apply. Then I was like, okay, I can study health information management. Health is like medical and health, work in a hospital, right? And information management. So there's a little bit of IT and system. Perfect. And it's applied, so it's Bachelor of Applied Science, Health Information Management. Mm. So I also study a lot of like biologies, so medical legal and medical word. Mm. It's supposed to work in a hospital, but did not go.
So how long was the program for? How long and what was like your college
Three.
experience like?
3 years. The college experience is really good. The most happiest one. There's no negative. Like I cannot even remember any negative though. Like we all like I have to say that I have the best uni time. Mm. Yeah.
So is that
There's no
did you
peer
have
pressure
did you have
and
good
all of that. Yeah. Sorry?
did you have good roommates? Were you
Yeah.
doing fun
All my
events? Were
the
you
roommate.
involved in oh
Did you say roommate? What's the question? Sorry.
yeah, sorry, you're breaking up. Can can, can
Yeah,
you
hang
hear
on.
me?
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I can.
Can you hear me now?
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Mm.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, I was just gonna say what made it so amazing? Did you have roommates? Did you participate in activities or clubs or part of cool events, or what was so amazing?
So the most amazing is I had the best friend in uni on the first day. So we always catch the train, train home together, catch the bus first and then the train home. And later on, I got a car and I sent her home too because close to my home, which is perfect. So with roommate, my roommate is my sister and cousin. So my mom bought an apartment and we just stay in an apartment. That's it. And I know that my sister cooked for me because I don't know how to cook. So I have perfect. But I know that I got so cranky on my younger sister, which I'm the eldest. And I remember that I had like full day exam. And I came home, I got salad on the table, and I got so angry. I was so angry. I was like, do you know that when I come home, I'm so hungry, you just want me to eat salad? Oh, full on. No idea. I think that's the stress of release of the exam. So yeah, and then later on, my sister is just like, you don't want to eat? Don't eat. And then I went out to take away outside. So I remember that moment. I was like, why am I so angry?
Mm.
Yeah. Mm. So that
Okay,
was the most.
so then after college,
Mm.
what what
Back to
what did you
work.
do?
Yeah, I didn't go traveling like other people. So by the time that waiting for the result to come out, which is the last exam, right? You come out and then whether you can graduate or not. So I reapply work and I got a job straight away without any experience. I have no working experience, no working in KFC or McDonald's, no zero experience, basically zero experience. Then I go straight to corporate. Mm. That is lucky. That was very lucky that I got selected to join a medical legal firm as admin to start with. I was like, oh, any job. And I started with like 60,000 salary, 60,000 per year. So I was like, ooh, I'm so happy I got a job. I told my mom I'm so proud of myself. I got a job. I don't need to become a doctor. I got a job as well. It's sort of like proving them like, you don't have to be a doctor. I got a job already, not even graduate yet. Got full-time job. And corporate world, dressing really nice. Show off my mom. So then later on, right? So that is like three years in the corporate world. I learned so much from that first job. I do everything wrong.
What
I
was
learned so much.
what was your role? You said it was a medical legal firm?
Medical legal firm, my medical legal insurance firm, and it's the insurance. So indemnity company is very well known. Remember the name now, UMF, but they changed the name, United Medical Federation or something, but they changed the name already. And yeah. Mm. So I was a claim assistant doing all the claim things. So I do a lot of calculation for them. And then they're claiming of the medical, the doctors who do the wrong things basically. And then with the patients. So I see lots of cases. I was like, oh my God, seriously? So I was like, lucky I don't want to go back to the hospital and work. No way. So yeah, a lot of cases. I was
Amazing.
once wanted to go to continue study to go into law, medical law. And one of the managers is actually quite very nice. She said that, Lillian, are you sure you want to do that? I said, why not? I thought that, I can study. I'm a good student. I study hard. They said, you will become not you. They said, you are like, a good personality. So if you become a lawyer, sometimes you may not be yourself. And I didn't get it because I never been in a law situation, right? And then he explained it. And I got a shock, the real world shock. Mm. Sometimes you just have to be finding things even though it's doing the wrong thing. Whoever who do the wrong thing, you need to find the evidence, like really, really crappy. Is like because you need to win, right? Basically, you need to win the case. Whatever you represent, you need to win. That's of course it's not you're gonna lose, right? That's the lawyer do or solicitor do. And I was like, and he asked me again, you sure that you want to do this job? I said, no, I don't want to do this job. I said, don't go in too long.
Mm,
Yeah, which is like really good advice. So yeah.
nice. So then I think you said, I think you got married at 23. So how does that go from the first job, and tell me about your love story?
So when I met my current husband back in when I was 18, so just finished high school. So for overseas student, I'm not international student because I got permanent residency. So as a overseas student, you are older 2 years old compared to the local student in the same class. There's
You
always like that.
say that again? Oh, you're 2 years.
You're 2 years older. So 16, they finish high school, I'm 18.
Okay.
Yeah, all the overseas student like that, like 2 years. I don't know why, but anyway, that is how it is. So the focus here is I met my husband when I was 18. So after finish high school, in that period of high school, but waiting for the result, whether you enter uni or not, is about 2 months. So I have nothing to do, right? Go online and chat 24 hours, chat, and then have so many friends, virtual friends, because I don't have any time to do chatting. And I was like, nothing to do. I was full on chatting and full on playing fun online. It was so hot. It was hot. So yeah, those chat room and yeah, so I was there and I met him on the chat room and he asked me a really weird question. There's only two of us in the chat room that time. It was already like I think 11 or 12. I remember 11 or 12, like nearly midnight. He said, "Are you alone?" I said, "No, my mom here, my brother here." Didn't get it. I didn't get it. I said that my parents is here. I'm not alone. And he said, "Are you alone?" And then later on, he asked me, "Am I alone by myself? Like alone?" He said, "No, I'm okay." So yeah. And then somehow we chat, like get to know the age and all of that, right? And then oh, we come from the same countries. And then slowly we chat more, and I've sensed his friendliness. And after probably not long, a few weeks, probably a month, and then we started to call each other because he's in Tasmania. So
In
it's
Tasmania.
yeah, Tasmania, which is in
Wow.
Australia as well. Yes,
Yeah.
he's in Tasmania University study. So he studied architecture. So he is 3 years older than me. So yeah. So and then I was calling him and we started to call on the phone, no more chatting, just talking on the phone. So yeah. And then starting that to get a little bit closer. And I was like, is this the man that I'm going like is it like I went out with one of my one ex only for like a few months, probably 2 months, and that's it. And then landed with my husband. And then we had long distance because of long distance relationship because he finished study first. And then I'm still need to study. I still have my 3 years of university. So altogether long distance relationship, 5 years.
5 years.
And we met only
That
once or
was
twice a year.
okay.
Yeah.
So what was that like? What was that first meeting like? Like how long was that after you chat? Where did you meet, and what was that like?
Well, because I'm Aries, right? I want to know whether this is the right man. And guess what? I actually asked my sister to borrow some money from my sister, like pocket money, and I bought an air ticket. I flew down to Tasmania, and my parents didn't know. And then my parents is overseas, right? I mean, home at the hometown, right? Like at home in Malaysia, and they will call every single night to just calling because it's like every single night. And then I told my sister, just said that I'm sleeping already. Just say I'm sleeping already. I went down 2 nights. The last time from Sydney, you need to go to Melbourne. From Melbourne, pick up passengers and then go to Tasmania. There's no straight flight. And I was so worried that I will meet somebody that I know just in case, right? Because I was sneaking to see this guy that I never met before. That's daring, isn't it? Like so daring. If that's those chat people is a murderer, all right? I went down And I met him, and I was like, and we all like smiling, a bit embarrassed because he's meeting face to face, and the feeling sparked straight away. There, it's real. I felt this is the guy. So we hang out 2 nights together, and then come back home. I was crying my eye bulged out. I was like this with my tissue. I was sat in the plane, flew all the way to Melbourne, like 1.5 hours crying. Yeah.
Mm.
And then we stopped in Melbourne. I mean, I stopped in Melbourne for about half an hour so that to get other people on board, right? And I changed another flight. So sort of like exchange flight. So I went to a flight. I was looking at my ticket. Where's my seating? Here. Good. Grandmother!
Your grandmother? What? That's out of a movie.
I know. I was like, and then she was looking at me. Oh, what are you doing here? Visiting friends. And then I was like, oh, I was wondering that who can I speak to? Now I have you, I can speak to you. I was like, oh shit. Because this grandma, which is my maternal grandma, is like, she will call my mom, guess what who I saw? I saw your daughter. I was like, oh, that's it. The next hour phone call come, my mom. Oh, we have a fight. That's it. The 18 years old have a fight with a parent because flew down to a place that I've never been before. So yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Very, very daring. Definitely,
Yep.
definitely something out of the EE playbook.
I don't know where is that come from, but I know that if I don't go this time, I don't know why I have to go this time. If I don't go, right, I just want to know that whether sometimes am I wasting the time, whether he is real or not. I don't want to get like lying or something like that. I just want to be really clear that who is the guy that I'm and I have feeling for him. Just put it down.
Nice. Well, I'm proud of Lillian.
Yeah. So
Okay,
yeah.
so then 5 years of going back and forth, and then what was the did you guys then move in together, or what was the path to marriage?
So 5 years he flew back to Malaysia and work because she is overseas student. And I'm like, I live here. So while waiting for me to graduate, because my parents would not say yes, of course. So he just at the same time he works. So every night we phone call, overseas phone call. And then that's how we maintain our relationship and emails as well all over the weekend and all of that. So obviously there's not a lot of there's chatting as well, but we less chat because we phone call. And there's no WhatsApps. They don't have WhatsApps, like not as easy as now. So it's all about international call, like those phone card, right? So we spend lots of money on a phone card. Each phone card is $10, like each time $10. So yeah, so a month, $300. So yeah, and I was like tighten my no shopping, no nothing, but I just gonna be, I love that's a connection. So from there, and then when I finish my uni, right? I mean, he will fly over and visit me, and I will always go back home at the end of the year. That is sort of like the routine of going back home at the end of the year, and we meet in the airport. We meet in the airport, and my first time meeting him in the airport, he brought the parents in. He brought the moms in. I was like, "What? You bring the parents in?" And I have no. I thought you didn't even give me preparation. Nothing to prepare. Is there nothing to prepare? Mama just want to say hello. So I spent like what hours in the airport, and mom also spent hours in the airport. So yeah.
Wow.
So yeah. So that was the older, like quite an older story, right? But that is how we journey. This is how we do it. So yeah, and then
Literal.
when I finished my uni, right, and then my dad suddenly, can you ask Lawrence for his passport? Why? I said, why? He said, we're going to China traveling, and I want him to come along as well. So my dad paid for everything. So yeah.
So they went to China.
Yeah, we went to China, we went to Beijing, we went to a trip in China. So about 3 places, no, 4 places. Yeah, just like every single end of the year. Not now anymore, but every year China. So yeah, I was so surprised. Like I got a shock and so excited at the same time. And my parents placed us in the same room. Can you believe that? I was like, what? I thought I would be with my brother. They said, this is you guys' room. I was like, are you trying to sell me? So after that trip, right? So we went about 14 days. So after that trip, so he went to my parents' room when I was shower. And he came back very happy. I said, what's happening? Your dad said yes, we're getting married. Excuse me? I said, I'm getting married, not my dad. I said, you need to propose this person here, not my dad. I said, start over again. So I said, he said, I'm asking for permission. Okay. I said, did you ask me first? I said, yes, but your parents might not say. So yeah, so he knows go straight up. So
Wow.
yeah,
So then engaged or almost engaged in
yeah. So
China.
my graduation, so my graduation is my engagement day.
Wow.
Mm.
So big rite of passage
Yeah, and
trans
then got married on the like I got engaged on the December and then married in February. So yeah, so quick. My dad organized everything and obviously with the parents, so I don't need to do anything at all. So yeah, it was so well organized, and I had like 3 weddings.
Ooh, I like it.
Eldest,
What
so it's yeah, the eldest, of course, like it's just like yeah, one in my grandma place, which is just like Sydney and Melbourne, so we all need to fly. So the whole plane, nearly half of the plane, is all my people. I was like, so funny, but I felt like so I feel really good that all my dad organized everything. He just like spotless, like cool. Like in the airport, like those car parking, it's all my uncles. You okay here, you here, but then you here, all hotel. So yeah. So that is how it arranged. So
so do you have so 3 weddings? Do you have a wedding anniversary date that you celebrate?
yes, so that is the 12th. I do it as a 12th December, like 12/12.
12/12.
Mm. Yes,
Nice.
12/12. Yeah. Mm.
And what year?
Oh my God. I can't even remember now. I know that okay, maybe you need to calculate. This year is 20, I think it's, hang on. Okay. Can you minus 43? I'm 43 this year and minus 20 year. 20th year.
So
So yeah.
so 2002 maybe.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh sorry, not 12/12. 12/12 is my engagement. And then this February, so 02/02 2002, isn't it? Yeah. I know that it's 222 because I was on the newspaper. And so many people married that all put it on the newspaper. So yeah. And my husband said, why put on the newspaper? Because my hometown, everything on the newspaper. Like who's married, who's passed away, who everything all in newspaper, but not because my husband come from Kuala Lumpur. It's different side, so the other side of it. So yeah.
Wow, yeah. So that's some
Cool.
anchoring in
Yeah.
of partner harmony codes to
Oh really? Yeah.
2002,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
wow. Okay, so then take me through, wait, so then how long were you married before you had your
Yeah.
first
My
kid? What was
first
that
is
experience like?
27, 5 years. No, 4 years. Yes. 4 years and then 27 I had my first one. And then after another 2 years I had my second one. And then another 10 years I got my third one. Mm.
So what was becoming a mom like? What was that experience?
Oh
Did
my
you always
God.
know that you wanted to be a mom?
Yeah, I
Tell
know
me.
that I always wanted to be a mom. There's no said that, oh, I don't want to and all of that. But I knew that I wanted to be a mom, and also that I tried for 2 years. Like I thought that I cannot have babies, but nothing wrong with me and nothing wrong with my husband. And we tried everything for 2 years. It's so frustrated. And at the end, surrender. Maybe God said that I will not have babies. And guess what? When I surrender, baby came. So yeah.
Hmm.
We try like Western, the Eastern, whatever style, nothing work. It's so stressful. So yeah.
And so what are some of your favorite memories like of being a mom when your kids were little, or what are your favorite things to do with them?
Well, the first one, that is not much of the good memories in a way that I thought the moms, which is like a lot of social media being brainwashed, right? Like sunglasses on there, pushing the pram, have the coffee, go to the beach with the friends. I did not go out at all because I was breastfeeding the baby, is constantly hungry. I don't have any support in a way that, I mean, I have my mom's always there, like cooking the food and all of that, but I just every day holding the baby, I have to push my baby away. But I just don't want it. But I have to because she cried. So I was just always stuck on my body. And I stand like I told my husband I want to go back to work. So 5 months in the maternity leave, I went to work and she was only 5 months old in childcare. So yeah. And I become happier actually, like more feel more balanced. That was no sleep or nothing, right? But it's just like I think the most torture way that I feel into is stuck in my body. The baby's stuck in my body. I can't do anything. I go to toilet, I have to carry her, and I had like to pull out my pants, I have to carry her, I have to hang her 24 hours. She doesn't want to be sit in the cot. I had to lie down on the sofa like this and then can sleep here. In the morning, I had to walk the shopping center so that she can sleep. So she can sleep and grow. So tired.
Hmm.
Doesn't want to sit in the pram, no pram. Put down, cry. So there is like image on my social media pushing the pram. My pram is so expensive. My coat is also expensive. Never been in the court. The second one also never been in a court. I have to sell it on eBay with original price because it haven't been used. So yeah. So
Hmm.
that is my first one. But second one come really easy. Sleep through and drink milk as well, like bottle feed. Ease. But I went to work even quicker. 3 months.
And what were you doing for work then?
So I was the executive assistant to the chief. Mm.
Okay, so what about when the kids were growing up? Were they in sports
Oh yeah,
or
they
did
did the
yeah,
local, the Australian way. So I had like ballet for my daughter, gymnastics for daughter, and then swimming for both of them. The boys go to basketball. Yeah, full on. Saturday's full on. I'm like a Uber mom. Yeah, then and then competition. So my daughter's really good in gymnastic. So competition, and because it's in the squad, so I have to give up the dancing because you can't do both. So yeah. Mm.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, and so then what was it like the third child then after the
The
kids are
third
like
one, of
9 and 10?
course. The third one came in so surprised in a way that I felt that my lower back is pain. I was like, hang on, I don't have back pain. Now intuitive said that maybe you're pregnant. I was like, no. But I went to chemist. I bought the testing kit and I saw two lines. I was like, holy moly. And I saw it to my husband. And my husband was quiet. I said, hello, you there? And I was like, after 10 years, I didn't even expect to have to become a mom again. So initially, I was like, I don't want this baby. I don't want to go back. I was like, straight away on that unsleep night, not only that, like stuck here. I was like, no, 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 no. So I went to the hospital check, which is the first time you see that to confirm that you had a baby, right? So I went and I saw the little heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. Can't do it, E. Can't do it. And I said, I'm keeping the baby. Mm. So yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, so then, so and then I've heard a little bit about like kind of your awakening or experience. So
Mm.
what sort of next shift would you say? And tell me about that.
What do you mean by next shift?
Or like what? So did you have like an awakening experience over the
Oh yes,
recent
yes,
years, or have you
yes.
always been awake? Or tell me about that.
Okay. So that was, the third time mom. It's just like tiredness is always there. I was like, I'm always people. I'm like a social butterfly in a way that I have events to run. I have this and that. Like it's not popular or famous, but people always look up at me and always showing me presents and all of that, right? But the thing is, I don't even drink. I just organize event and I go. But people look like I am social butterfly. I go out a lot, but it's actually I'm organizing and I really engage with the stakeholders and all of that. And that I always have good food, basically. Good food and everything good. And people think that I'm like up there, but actually not. Anyway, so come back home, new mom, in this full war again, PTSD coming. And I didn't know that I have it because I was escaping. So I went
Mm.
on the check there's a form, right? The nurse was like, okay, whether you have this, but everything healthy. There's nothing really triggered them that I need some sort of like thing, right? But I know that I had the flashback because my three kids, they're all premature baby. They stay in hospital about 30 days before they come home. For the third one, when I drive to work and when I drive the same road and somehow also the same song on the radio every single day, I was crying. And I was like, what is this
Mm.
feeling? So I checked, what is PTSD? And because that word is a lot coming out on the social media too. So I was checking and I ticked some of the boxes, flashback on the first one, the feeling of the first one, or those coming back. So I have that flashback. Mine is basically the flashback, but very mild. The doctor would not diagnose me anything at all. So I was just releasing by crying. That's it. And I did not even say to anyone or tell anyone. And one day I was like, you know what? I need to get out of the house. I was so tired. I need to get out of the house and I like to do something outside the house. So I went to do because I used to do a lot of yoga. Then I said I want to go and do yoga. So I checked the time, like a surrounding area. There's no yoga studio. Oh crap. And then I went to the church on the following, like after 2 days, I went to the church, but I'm waiting for the coffee to be done before church, not after church. And I saw little flyers where the cashier, they have like flyers there. And I took, your yoga studio, yay! And I like, okay, check the timetable. What? Only meditation? To do meditation or to do yoga? And then somehow I put that card in my bag because coffee ready. And then I was clean on the bag. And then the back, I was so tired on the following, even more tired because accumulation. And I was like, that meditation, just go. I don't care what is it. I don't do meditation. I didn't do meditation at all. So I went there and I went early. And somehow when I went there, I brought a notebook and a pen with me. I have no idea why. I didn't even do any journaling at all. And I went there and the meditation teacher said, set yourself up. We have a few students coming as well. So I check your name, da da da. And then the time come and she came to me and said, oh, it's so weird. There's no one really attend, no one came, only you. So it's only me and her. So we did a 60 minutes meditation. And you know what? That 60 minutes, I was up in the heaven. I float up. My body, I have out of body experience. I saw myself lying on the floor and go up. And that meditation, I can't even remember what meditation. I know that she was speaking. I have no idea. And I saw a little girl only the back, long hair, and this white dress, a little bow here, like a stripe, a little bow here, and like I think it's like 9 or 10 years old, so freely and dancing with the grass area. I saw her, and somehow I just cried. I don't know why I cried because it's the freedom that I had that I saw that, and then someone like love that I said love. So what love? But I felt into more freedom, and that the freedom. So how free is that little girl that I don't have it? Don't even know what freedom is. And I can't remember the whole story now. And then I descend back to my body and I woke up. I woke up with full, I couldn't even open my eye because I saw there's a white light. And I was like, this like really white light. And then somehow I just need to peel my eye open. And when I open, it's like, I have full of tears, even though my teacher got a shock. I said, are you okay? I said, okay, I think that I'm up there. I said, and she just hold the space for me and I explained it. And I said, can you give me 5 minutes? I said, I just wanted to write stuff. So I was starting to write, journal out. So yeah. And on the way home, I started to hear a lot of choir singing in my ear. Like singing a lot of Christ, a lot of Jesus, like those choir like in the church. And drive home, tears just come out. This is happening. And I didn't know what is it. And then didn't even process what process. I just like wipe out your tears, just go. Like you have babies at home to look after. And then I did not go the following, and then I go again the second following. And I look at it, I was like, oh, I'm still only meditation. And I was like, okay, I met the same teacher. I was like, this time I'm not lying down. I'm sitting up, sitting against the wall. Again, only me in that meditation. There's some other people that did not turn up. I went up again, out of bodies again. And this time is very different. It's also nice and make me more tears. And I saw my two daughters sitting left and right with me. And they actually like comfort me, say, Mommy, it's okay. Oh man, there's tears coming out. I don't know why. And calm down again, go back to my body. That night, dark night of the soul straight away.
That night, what happened?
That night of the soul, yeah, and that night.
Wow. And so how long ago was this?
Only 3 years ago.
3 years ago. So
Which is my baby 3.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It was
look
everything
at
very quick.
we're running up on time here, so I just want to
Yeah.
kind of open it up if there's anything else that you're feeling called to share at this moment about the soul of Lillian.
So the soul of Lillian, the essence is really beautiful, and the color of it is white and gold. And she is beaming out, and she is very radiant. She is very content, and she loves herself. And she knows what she wants, and she can achieve. As I have done quite a lot of deep work this couple of weeks as well, or multidimensional soul fermentation coming back. I've been journeying to the other places. Yeah, I did deep inner work, a deep one. You see my shift. I'm not sure whether you see my shift, but I am already shifted. So yeah.
Amazing.
Mm.
Oh, well, it's been such a pleasure to hear all these magical stories and about the earth experience thus far. And I'm excited. I know Christina, did you record the podcast with Christina yet?
Yet. There's Thursday or tomorrow. I need to look at my calendar. Yeah, not yet. So this week.
Okay.
Mm.
So it's kind of my instinct to wait, and I want to listen and take that podcast in as well.
Yeah.
And it's actually just coming to me because you asked, is it a picture? And it is going to be a, there's going to be words, and it's going to be into a picture. So I did a soul portrait, or I haven't, you're the first one. Like I have written poems for people, but they will never be like this before. So we're going to see what comes out. But yeah, I want to wait, and I want to listen to the podcast because that'll fill in, like, because I could ask you like a million more questions too, and I will. But
Yeah, I know.
so
Yeah.
those few things. And
Cool.
then depending upon when that comes out, then I'll get this whole portrait poem.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the time today. I
Yeah.
really enjoy. I haven't really talked to people all of these for a long time. Like you're probably
Yeah.
the first person know inside out now. So like, oh
Well,
no, I'm
such
in Tasmania. Like I don't care. And then my grandma said, "Uh-oh." It's crazy,
that
right?
is that feels like the opening scene to your movie, like you walking in and like, what, da-da-da, and then it takes you back to, like, I already could see your movie
Yeah.
transpiring.
Yeah, that's right.
well,
So, mm,
well, thank you, thank you,
thank-
thank you, thank you. And yeah, I'm excited for all that's to come.
cool. All right, I'll send this recording to you. Is that what you need as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
send me the
Yeah,
recording as well.
sure, I
Okay.
will.
All
Okay.
right, thanks, and have a great
All
day.
right. Bye.
Love you.
See ya.